So here I am, pretty much little early in the session. Well, early. I started around like 10 plus minutes later I didn't just did see the open basically. Point is, I noticed that I'm having an outside gap down on NQ. Well, let me see also what is MSS. Pretty much same thing here. Even though the first bar is not as clean here on MS, and then same for the Dow. But I noticed also that I monitored that they were both reclaiming the open, and also Nasdaq was failing to do so. So what happened was I waited for the 5 minutes. I noticed here at the open here of this bar, 945, price came higher, took the previous bar high, and it will fail to retest the open. So I actually enter a short when this bar traded back down. And yeah, I was gonna enter on the break of the zone bar here on the low, but for some reason, even though I executed a limit, it still executes me in like kind of in the market. I don't know if it's based on a spread or what was going on, but basically it took my entry, and now I'm basically tagged there. I have like about 100 plus. I remember. Let me see actually how much I have. Yeah, it's like 100. Yeah, 120 plus risk there at that level. That's what I'm taking. I'm actually this time I sold one contract only, not two. So yeah. And let's see. I think I like the 15-minute first bar. Seems quite good to the downside after we tested yesterday's lows here. So I want to see if there is further downside to come. I think if it breaks this area here, it could definitely then try to retest this the Friday lows here. And I want to see if it goes further, and if it goes through, I think eventually it is quite possible that the price head to this 23,700 around 30, which is these lows here. If because this is I have actually here. I forgot to outline yesterday's lows, which is here basically. Just like to keep it in mind because that could also be my exit. Is the prices to tank lower and have a further downside, which I'm not sure yet if it's gonna happen. Yeah, so far this is my first trade. I'm gonna let it play out. I want to see if the price when Prague stacks around this area. If it is to continue lower, I'm gonna most likely around here, this area here. I'm gonna go risk free if it gets there, unless it stopped me out before. But let's see. I'm just gonna sit and wait for now. All right. Well, the price wouldn't respond pretty much. Initially, this was my idea of entry, a retest of the open. I didn't want to enter now. I'm actually waiting to see the reaction to the downside, which is happening now. If it is to break the low of the third bar in the 15 minutes, I will
Stop filled.
enter short like I just did now. Basically, seems to be that it was tagged on spread. And I'm also going to use the high of the same bar in order to define my risk. So basically, I'm gonna be buy a stop here at the high. That's pretty much my trade. And also I have a trading goal that I took here. It was also in the based on the 15 minutes break to the upside here. I bought as this bar broke higher here, and then this game retested actually nicely here, so I had some drawdown, and then the price is now trading higher. What I'm actually aiming for here is the gap fill. Thinking about that this is an inside gap down in this case, in this case in gold the numbers are not the best, but it seems like it didn't want to trade lower, and then it came back reclaiming the open and closing higher, and so I noticed this bar here. It was a good close. So yeah, that's basically what I entered when this bar broke this range here. Anticipating a continuation. So far, I define my risk pretty much is quite little now after I have some drawdown around like 100 or something here. Now it's pushing nicely, so I'm gonna remain at break even here in gold, and I'm gonna monitor to see how it behaves here. I'm gonna go for the retest, the gap close, which is here, and this retest of this prior yesterday's opening price, which is there as well. And let's see how is NQ looking so far. Yeah, well, now it's stuck me in, but it's broke the low. But I mean, sorry, wait a second. I'm not gonna say some bullshit that make a mistake. Yeah, actually did not definitely. I was anticipating the break, I saw earlier. It tagged me into with the spread, so yeah, I'm not gonna do. I think I just need to use some different offset or just wait for the actual low to be broken and then to execute in the market. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna let it be for now. Play out Nasdaq, and also I'm gonna monitor gold especially and see what happens from there. So I just decided to close NQ. Reason is because it's not responding as far as I wish it would, but also because I noticed that AAS is strong and also Dow is actually trading above the high. So I decided to just take a smaller loss and 100 plus something like that. And I'm just gonna sit and wait now. If I see like further response to the downside, maybe I would join. But so far, I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines for NQ and everything. Okay, so I noticed the goal was just now. Basically, it was trading this bar. It's trading retest lower here. I remain risk free. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna wait for this bar to break its own high, and I'm gonna enter one more lot to the upside here. I will reduce my risk, of course, after that. But anyway, I think this is a good entry because based on the price took the high of this bar, then trailed lower quite strong for a couple of like a minute or something, and then now it's rejecting nicely to the upside. So if it is to trade higher, I think the break of this current bar is actually a really good sign of continuation. So let's see if it does that, and if it does so, I'm gonna go for the gut feel and also of course this retest of yesterday's open here. So let's see what it does from here. Okay, so a couple of things. I'm gonna start with a goal. As I said earlier, the price nicely came back after this bar retested here. It broke its own high and it closed at its high. So that's when it got tagged in and with the second lot. And I also removed my risk pretty much to none here now. And this bar is pushed pretty nicely up, but I don't know if it's gonna be a continuation. Definitely, I'm not gonna take a loss here on gold. But yeah, I want to see if it is. It didn't fill the gap fully, but also let's see if he wants to retest again and go higher or whatever. And then on Nasdaq, what I did basically was this is tight. This is here. I bought the open again when did retested after this close here because well both all of them pretty much Dow is pretty strong to the upside and MS as well. It's not like I bought because of that, but I think it's a good indicator that there could be a further upside in pretty much Nasdaq and all of them. So I want to see if it adds up to the continuation. If not, then I'm gonna just stay on the 15-minute time frame and let's see what it does. So for now, I don't know. I might just get stopped out there. Well, it wouldn't actually do anything. So I got stopped out in pretty much all of them. Nasdaq took a loss there, like I saw earlier, and also gold would not answer to anything. So I just came down here to the high of the bar, and then now it's trading strongly down. So yeah, I got stopped out there. Sadly, no profits or whatever. So far it's just losses, let's say. So I want to see they seems to be failing now after the retest of the highs and it took the opening range in MS. They took the high and then it's trading lower now nicely. And then let's see also, well, Dow remains around here. But yeah, I like the Nasdaq. It traded higher than it failed, and now it broke the low of these 15-minute bars. That's actually when I decided to then just go short. I don't know if I might be just reacting to price, which is a bad sign normally. So I need to sit tight and be more patient because yeah, this doesn't feel right. All right, so far, well, the 15-minute bar closed like that, nothing really clear. After it just failed after the retest of the reclaim of the open. Now it is trading lower. Let's see if he wants to go below entry and of course below this previous bar low, and maybe later just breaking the range. But so far it is there. Gold, I actually took a 5-minute entry to the downside with a really small risk here. So I noticed this retest, like I said earlier, and now the price closed below this previous bar. And it's not the best, of course, not the best setup, but basically I waited for this bar to retest previous range and then start tanking. So on the break, I enter basically. And I'm also using the high of the bar pretty much as my stop. So I want to see if the price continues lower and breaks the low of this bar here. And that's when I'm going to move risk free if price allowed me to. But yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, I got pretty much stopped out in both of them. I think I said earlier. Yep, nothing clear on NQ. There is an inside bar here on the 5 minutes. So let's see. Now it took the high here, so it's decent. And then in gold, what I actually did, what after this rejected and stopped in a small risk, I actually bought the break of the zone bar here. Now it's an inside bar, which is breaking to the upside. Let's see if the price wants to push from here or what it wants to do. I'm gonna be reducing my risk as soon as it trades a little higher. So yeah, let's see. So basically, I just got tagged out here. I was thinking to see, I wanted to see if there will be upside price action on NQ. In this case, after it took the inside bar high and it rejected, so when this bar broke the low, I entered there. And in gold, there was a push to the upside after this bar broke the inside bar high. Now it's somewhat holding there, so let's see if it wants to trade higher or what. Let's see what it does. So far, there has been a small continuation in both. Nasdaq, the bar close was actually good below this, below the open of this inside bar. And now the next bar, it actually broke the next bar low here, and now it seems to be, I don't know what's gonna do, but I'm anticipating a further drop. But if it doesn't, I already reduced my risk, so it's not a full risk loss at that point. And gold, it has suffered like a small retracement here, so it kind of came down here and then it closed nicely higher above this high, which is nice. Now this bar is retesting, so let's see if there is a further push, which I think should happen. And also I'm monitoring here the open. Let's see. I want to see this bar if it doesn't retest. I mean, if it doesn't fail and it goes higher, I'm going initially for this high here, which is pretty much here. But yeah, I don't. I want to see now I'm risk free. I'm gonna let it be for a couple of maybe a minute or two, and let's see how this bar continues to behave. But I could be stopped in break even. But yeah, let's see. I think well the gold trade is remains there, pushed nicely, but then now it's retesting within this bar. So let's see what he wants to do. Thing is, I think I fail here on NQ, like by far, because at the end of the day, like price action is really shit. So I've been taking many losses here that it actually makes not even sense to be trading this. So yeah, well, I think I chased a bit, and yeah, that's basically the result. Is not good at this point. So yep, I'm gonna kind of let Nasdaq be for now because it's just basically doing shit price action. It's just literally overlapping bars again and again. So it might be setting up for a push somewhere, but so far it's nothing clear. So I'm gonna let it be there. Let's see what happens here. And I don't know. This 15 minutes inside bar after the price seems to fail to the upside seems okay, but still it's not A plus as I would like it to be. So I'm gonna sit and wait. So here back on gold, I noticed here was 5 minutes after this bar trade lower, took the low of this bar, retesting again this structure here. It would quickly reject to the upside. So on the break of the same bar, I added one more, and now I'm again risk free here. Let's see. I want to see if it continues there. I want to see that close of this current bar being above this previous bar and also the open of yesterday. If it is to happen, I think I'm quite confident that the price should continue probably higher and maybe take this high here. But so far, I'm gonna wait. So far, I'm well here, just risk free, and let's see if there is a further upside to come or not. So far, nothing. I just got stopped out here on break even with this current bar. So it retested to the high barely, and then it traded strongly down. So I can do. I think I like the close, but still like well, right, this is what it did. So yeah, I'm out of the trade, and sadly, I don't know. Maybe greed. Maybe I just didn't manage properly. But yeah, I left I would say around 500 in the table there, and that's not good. So what did I do here? It was another attempt. I noticed that MS was failing of this inside bar high here, nicely to the downside there. So I was noticing that Nasdaq was doing the opposite. It was actually trading down pretty nicely. So I used this. I kind of anticipated the break of this inside bar. So I used the break of this current bar to a continuation, but so far it's none of that. So yep, let's see. Well, so far I took a couple of more losses. Well, I'm actually deep in drawdown now. This trade and also gold trade is my last trade of the day. I'm not gonna do anything else. What I'm doing here is as notice that well this upper side of the range is failing, so I'm anticipating a drop from the open after these both inside bars highs were taken. So far rejection seems good, so I'm break even now. I'm gonna let it be to see if it breaks the low of the day and also if it continues down to yesterday. I mean, sorry, to Friday's low, which is here. But let's see. And on gold, similar thing actually. I noticed failure here after this previous thing
Stop
happened.
filled.
So yeah, let's see what's gonna
Stop
happen. But
filled.
so far, I just pretty much got a stop out in a actually bad loss in gold. So yeah, it wouldn't do what I anticipated in none of them. So yeah, he just pretty much got really ugly drawdown there, and now he's actually doing what it was initially, what my initial uh, direction was. Well, what I thought basically at the beginning. So yeah, doesn't feel good to be honest. Feels like shit in a sense. So yeah, let's see. Well, bad news once again. Uh, I don't know. This is it's really frustrating. It is deeply frustrating, and I don't know what the fuck is why. Why is it? I think that's the most frustrating part. It's not even the money itself. It's the fact that why do I have to first of all like not follow up in my initial thing, which is well clearly uh yeah direction overall opening here taking the loss of the previous day and then yeah I mean it's easy to see after the fact like I'm always saying, but it's just I don't know I'm struggling to find myself. I'm reacting too much to price. I feel like I cannot have the fucking control of anything. It's not like I have to control anything overall, but it's just that why? Why do I feel triggered like that? And why do I have to lose control on my charts, my trading like that? That's just oh. If honest, I feel like slapping my face so fucking hard. And I'm not even an aggressive person, but I feel like as if I should just let it out and fucking I don't know. Anyway, I'm out for basically I just kicked myself out today. I lost this account. That's basically why I'm frustrated. I went beyond my initial idea of drawdown, which was a couple of hundreds. I didn't even think today about locking myself out manually like I did yesterday. And why is it so hard to stop losing? Like really struggling to keep money, to keep it together, to follow the things I should follow. Maybe my trading plan is not that clean. I don't know. Like it's just fucking retarded at this point. So yeah, gonna stay outside of this and yeah, see what's next.